Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Rudabe Shabazi. Mourning continues in Uvalde, Texas. President Biden and the First Lady visited families in the small town today. The president met with them in private, still reeling from Tuesday's mass shooting that killed 21 people. This Memorial Day weekend, friends and neighbors are visiting growing vigils to the victims as the question of why this happened lingers. The Justice Department announced it's investigating the response from law enforcement to the deadly rampage. This coming days after authorities released a timeline and admitted that officers took too long to stop the gunman. Our team has been covering this story from the start. Brooke Schaefer is standing by, but NewsNation correspondent Robert Sherman leads us off. And Robert, this is the president's second visit to a mass shooting scene in less than 2 weeks.
And visiting a community that is devastated and waiting anxiously to know what is next for all of them. We actually have an update to share with you on a few of the victims. There are 3 in the University Health System over in San Antonio, and they tell us they have a 66-year-old woman in their care. She's listed as being in fair condition. A 10-year-old girl, she's listed as being in serious condition, and then a 9-year-old girl is in good condition. Still, so many questions linger, so much pain is in the air, and the president was here today to help heal.
President Biden and the First Lady arrived in Uvalde, Texas Sunday morning. Bouquet of flowers in hand, they paid their respects and gazed at the ever-growing memorial outside Robb Elementary, commemorating the 19 children and 2 teachers whose lives were taken in the horrific school shooting Tuesday. His reception was warm, but Uvalde residents telling NewsNation they want healing and change, not photo ops.
We have been affected very, very, very badly here in Uvalde because we're so close to the border. There's bailouts every single day. So I'm glad that he's here to show support for the families, but I want to know what he's really going to do to protect our communities because he hasn't done anything up until this point.
Governor Greg Abbott's reception featured boos and jeers from a crowd consisting of some Uvalde citizens, but some out-of-towners as well.
This is the line of people waiting to drop off flowers and visit the memorial outside of Robb Elementary School. And people have been coming from all over to visit this community of 16,000. Some are here to call for action. Others just want to pay their respects.
As the president was set to leave, the crowd encouraged him to take action, some shouting, "We need help." He paused, stared at the crowd, listened, then was gone. On his way to his next stop, Sunday Mass, something always on the 46th president's itinerary, but this time at Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Uvalde, a church attended by some of the victims. In private, the president and First Lady met with families of the victims and survivors, wrapping his day by meeting with first responders in the Uvalde community. While the president was in Texas, back in D.C., the Department of Justice making headlines, announcing they will conduct a critical incident review of the law enforcement response to the shooting, which some, including Texas DPS, believes was too slow, and that the decision to not breach the classroom door the shooter was behind immediately was the wrong one.
Benefit of hindsight, where I'm sitting now, of course it was not the right decision. It was the wrong decision, period. There's no excuse for that.
So each of the last few presidents have had to do exactly what President Biden did today. Visit the site of a school shooting, console families, and tell them that tomorrow will be better. Well, for the several of his previous predecessors up until this point, no other president has been able to solve this problem of school shootings. So will change come in the wake of this shooting, whatever form it may take? Only time will tell. Rudabe?
And Robert, you were there the moment the president first arrived and stepped foot at Robb Elementary. What was that like?
When the president first arrived here, he emerged slowly out of the caravan, making his way over towards the memorial site, and you could just feel the heaviness that was in the air here. There was anticipation for the president to arrive here, and of course, Dr. Jill Biden, with her education background, this is, of course, hits close to home for the First Lady. But there is this sentiment here is that, yes, a lot of people wanted to see the president here to try and help any way he could to help the community, but they do want some kind of change to come out of this, again, whatever form that might take. Rudabe?
A familiar refrain. Robert, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.